Hi everyone, how you doing? Victoria Player here of victoriaplayer.com with my second take on day 2 of my Speaking Superstar training. For some reason my internet connection dropped out, so I was in mid-flow and have completely lost what I was saying. So I think what I should do is start from the beginning and I'll delete the last one. So I hope that's all right with all of you. And if you are joining me for the first time, hello, Julie Brooker, hello, Dorota, nice to see you. How you doing, ladies? Happy Sunday to you. Laura Pilkington, have we met before, Laura? Nice to meet you. Introduce yourself, ladies. Tell me where you're listening in from. As I've just said, this is my second take on this Facebook Live training because I was just hosting it and everything just dropped out. My Facebook dropped out, my internet dropped out, so I'm going to do a retake. I hope you don't mind. But I've got some super exciting stuff in store. So, of course, this is day number 2 of my 7-part Speaking Superstar training. Tanya, good morning. I don't know you, do I, Tanya? Lovely to meet you. Thanks for joining me. This is day 2 of my 7-part Speaking Superstar training, and I've got a super exciting announcement. This is a now we've got updates coming up. This is a sneaky peek at my Speaking Superstar virtual intensive, which I will be hosting next Saturday. I'll be sharing more about that later, but if you would like to receive a complimentary space, I'm giving away one to the person who shares this and all 7 broadcasts in the series, which you can find right down here. The first one happened yesterday. The more you share them around, the more chance you stand of winning that complimentary space. I've never done it before, but I'm feeling rather generous. So, of course, today I'm sharing the 9 steps for designing a compelling client attractive signature talk. Yesterday, in day 1 in the series, which you can find below this video, I spoke about the 10 super profitable reasons that you should be adding speaking to your business. And guess what? There's a common theme here: speaking. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a therapist, a service-based business owner who really wants to elevate their business, their business, but their visibility, and you want to get your message out further and wider and start marketing one-to-many instead of just one-to-one, then this is definitely the series for you, and perhaps you'd like to join us next Saturday. Now, as always, I invite you to share your comments. Let me know where you're listening in from. Share your ahas, any questions. I want to hear from you because it makes it so much more enjoyable. And of course, if you do share the replay, then comment replay, drop that in the comments below, shout replay. And I want to see your likes and your hearts. Give me some taps. Give me some hearts and emojis, and laugh at me or with me, and share the love as well. So let's get into this, ladies. I'm going to keep it short and to the point because it is Sunday and I am sure you want to be out enjoying the sunshine. And so I've chosen this topic today because there's a lot of people who are either new in business and they are looking to generate more leads for their business, and they've got that big question about, okay, so where's the next client going to come from, and how am I going to actually start generating consistent income in my business? There's also those of you who have already been using speaking but who are not really finding it as profitable as you would like it to be. I know for a lot of my clients, when they first come and work with me, that's one of the things that they say. I always inquire, so what have you tried so far? And so many people, I find, are showing up and doing speaking because they've heard it's good, but they're relying upon wish and hope as a strategy for business success, for speaking success, and that's just not enough. When it comes to creating a compelling client attractive talk, you're not just standing there at the front of the room and relying upon this wish and hope. It is a strategy the way you roll out your signature talk is very intentional because you're taking someone on an emotional journey. It's actually the psychology of selling. And so I'm going to share with you briefly the 9 steps that you will need in order to create a super compelling signature talk. But of course, we're only going to be speaking together here. I'm going to be speaking to you for just a short time, especially being as it's Sunday. So if you want to know about this in a lot more detail, then be sure to come join us for the virtual intensive next Saturday, because I'm going to be covering this in a lot more depth. And of course, when you have this process for, creating a compelling signature talk, you're going to be able to reliably transform a high percentage of your audience into paying clients on demand anytime you go out speaking. And actually, my very first speaking gig, when I decided that's it, I'm going for it, I'm going to put myself in the game and be more visible and up-level things, I actually made over £10,000 from my very first speaking gig. So if you are new in business and you are looking for a really powerful strategy to get things going, or if you want to create big injections of cash into your business and you've already been more established, then this is something that you should potentially be considering adding to your business. Giano, good morning. How are you? Thanks for joining us. So let's get into this then, because the first step that you need to consider when creating a super compelling signature talk is to create a super powerful intro. Everything starts with this. Don't underestimate the power of a powerful intro, because let's face it, first impressions last. And one thing you may not realize is that whenever you're speaking, whether it's live and in person in front of an audience, or whether it is virtual speaking, people are making an impression of you. Every second counts, and people are filtering all of the time. Does this apply to me or not? Do I like this person or not? Is what she's saying relevant to me or not? And so what you say in that very first few moments is everything. Because someone's saying, yes, no, is this relevant, isn't it? And if they filter you out, if they filter what you're saying out as non-relevant, then you've lost them. You've lost their attention, and it's really hard to get that back once they've decided, nah, this doesn't really apply to me so much. So how you deliver your intro is everything, because it sets the scene. It sets the mood for the talk and what their expectations will be. It positions you as an authority, and it captures people's attention. It makes them sit up in their seat and think, oh, wow, this is a good topic. She's obviously knows what she's talking about. Let me pay attention and be fully engaged. Step number 2 is to create a compelling story. Why do we need a story? Well, it's how we connect with other human beings. We have been fed stories since we read bedtime stories as children. And this is how we learn. This is how we connect with other humans on a deeper level. Because let's face it, when you're out speaking, you're there for your business. But if you are a coach, consultant, a therapist, if you're a service-based business owner, by the very nature of that fact, you are, in most cases, you are your business, because you're the deliverer of the service. Now, mostly I work with solo entrepreneurs, so that is definitely the case if you're a solo entrepreneur. People are buying you. So they want to be able to engage with you. They want to know what makes you tick. They want to know the ethos behind your business, what it is that really has inspired you into this area that you're working in now. And they want to know that you are like them, that you've been on the same path as them. Now, the key with this is you need to create your compelling story in a way that's aligned with what your offer will be later on in the talk. So it's, and also one of the challenges I find with this, and the mistakes I've seen so many people make, is that they overshare, or they make their compelling story way too long and people start to like glaze over at the back of the room, start nodding off and fiddling with their phone and so on. So, you know, this piece is what will help people decide that you're potentially for them, even before they've learnt too much about what you do in your business and how you do it. So, you know, because remember, people buy from real people. They don't just buy from nameless, faceless businesses. So this piece is absolutely key. The third step is to seed your offer. Seed, as we call it in marketing. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean it's about planting the seed of an idea in their mind that an offer will be coming a bit later on. I'm sure many of you have been to speaking events where you're, you know, listening to the presenter, and then suddenly they change things up a gear and go into the full-on sales mode. And oh, it's like, here we go. And people are like, yeah, okay, call me a taxi. But when you start to seed the offer at the beginning, it makes that transition into the offer and the selling portion of a talk seamless and less icky and not so pushy and salesy. And actually, you may have realized already that I have seeded the offer here today. So I'll be interested, post in the comments right now. What did I say? What do you think I said where I seeded the offer? Were you paying attention? Put it in the comments below. You get extra brownie points for that one. So you position in people's mind that you are going to be providing more help on this topic later on, if that's something that they're interested in hearing more about. The fourth step to creating a super compelling signature talk is that you then deliver your speaking points. Now, depending on the time frame that you have, depending on whether it's a shorter or a longer speaking gig, you may be looking at delivering anything from 3 to 5 speaking points. But this isn't just about giving loads of the how-to. This is the big mistake a lot of people make. They totally over-deliver. They give away so much of the how-to. They give away so much value. And listen, don't get me wrong. You know, it is absolutely about providing value, but not over-delivering, not at the so that the consequence is that you actually sabotage your own success and you sabotage the sale. So you need to be delivering your speaking point, and you need to deliver the how-to and the value in a way that really creates curiosity for your audience, and most of all, really creates desire. And one of the things I'll be teaching in Speaking Superstar next Saturday is exactly how to do this, how to design your speaking points so that it takes people on an emotional journey, so that they can see themselves in your storytelling process, so that it helps them see the gap between where they are and where they want to be, and how you're the person, you're the thing that will bridge that gap and help them gain a resolution. And of course, you will provide tips, you will provide value, because of course you want to do that, because then that shows that you can do what it says on the tin, that you know your stuff, that you are an authority. But you don't give away so much that they're like, oh, that was so great, you've given me everything I needed to fix my situation, thanks very much, I don't need your help anymore, which is what I see people doing all of the time. So this isn't just about bamboozling people with more and more and more information, because let's face it, nobody wants that. There is no shortage of information online, and people certainly don't want to be in overwhelm. The fourth step is to deliver. Oh no, I've just said that. Deliver your speaking points. So as I've just alluded, everything I'm sharing here today, and also I will be sharing more in a moment. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other steps, but this is just a taster of what I'll be sharing in my Speaking Superstar virtual intensive happening next Saturday, the 28th. I'm not going to go into lots of detail about it right now because I'm going to actually drop a link into the comments and you can read more about it. But if you are a coach, consultant, therapist, service-based business owner who really wants to elevate their visibility and start marketing one-to-many rather than just one-to-one, and start leveraging how they're working in their business, then this may be for you. I will be teaching my complete step-by-step system for designing, marketing, and presenting a compelling signature talk that wins hearts and minds, builds your list, generates lots of new leads, and reliably transforms a high percentage of your audience into eager paying clients. So if that sounds like something that whets your appetite and you would love to be part of a small but beautifully formed sisterhood of big thinking women who want to elevate their visibility, then do come and join us. I have just dropped the link to that into the comments. Oh my goodness, I see some of you are commenting here, and for some reason it's not coming up on my phone here. So sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you. A lot of you are saying you're going to catch up on the replay, which I sort of expected because it is Sunday, but that's the beauty of these Facebook Lives. You can tune in at any time you like. So let's continue then, ladies, with the next steps to creating a super compelling, client attractive signature talk. So step number 5 is to share lots of case studies and stories around the successes that you and the results and outcomes you have helped your clients succeed the results and outcomes that you have helped your clients to achieve, should I say. So of course, you know, it's one thing standing at the front of the room and saying how great you are and all the things that you know, but what people really want to know, and what's really going to break down buying skepticism, is for them to see how it can really work for them, or how it's worked for others. And you know, by doing that, it demonstrates that if they work for you, they can expect to experience very similar results themselves. And so when you share your speaking points and weave in lots of case studies and examples of how this can work for them, then it really does help to speed up that enrolling process. Step number 6 is to get them on your list, or you know, if you're not someone who's into email marketing, then to bring them in to your community. Hold on here, I have a feeling my thing might be falling off. 2 seconds. So, you know, the truth is you want to have a way of staying in touch with your audience, because, you know, if they've come all that way to come out and see you speak, or if they're watching you virtually, if you're speaking virtually, then you want to keep people in your world. You want to build that relationship with them over time, because of course not everybody is going to become a client there and then for whatever reason. Maybe it's not the right time, maybe they genuinely don't have the money to work with you, maybe they're just one of these people that feels that they need to know you for a little longer before making the decision to invest in working with you. So when you give them a way to stay in touch with you, and there's lots of ways to do this, and this again is something I'll be teaching in Speaking Superstar, then you can build that relationship of trust with them over time. This is something we were talking about in yesterday's training, day number 1, which you'll find just below this video here, about, you know, we were talking about building the know, like and trust factor, because people buy from those that they know, like and trust. If you're a complete stranger to them, there's going to be buying resistance there. They don't know you well enough to purchase from you. So when you give them a way to stay in touch with you, you can build that relationship with them over a longer period of time, and it's, you know, more than likely they will become a client later on, because truthfully you need to be connecting with someone anywhere between 7, 10, even 15 times in this day and age before they will make the decision to purchase from you. Mary, good morning. We've not met before. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. So yeah, building community from speaking is a great way of elevating your business. And of course, if you've got hundreds of people looking at you, or even just 10, that's 10 more people in your world than there was before. And so there's, this is one of the mistakes I see people making. They're making all this effort to market their business, like market. They get attention, and then they don't do anything with that attention. They just go out and look for more attention without cultivating the relationships that they've already started to build. So this is a massive one. And that's something I'll be teaching very soon, next weekend. Step number 7 is to offer discovery sessions. Offer a way for people to get into a conversation with you. It doesn't have to be about selling. It doesn't have to be about being pushy. People want to have real connection these days. So you need to have a process in place. Helen, good morning. How are you doing? You need to have a process in place to keep that connection going, to create conversations, because one of the things that I always love to say, one of my stock phrases that I roll out time and time again to my clients and everyone in my community is conversations equals clients, cash flow, and collaborations. And in this day and age of social media, where everyone's going at a faster rate than anything, everyone's in overwhelm, everyone's super busy, people crave real connection. They want to know that you care, that you're a real person behind that business and brand. And so to have a process for creating those conversations from speaking is absolutely essential, because again, some people are not going to purchase from you in that exact moment. So what are you doing to create those conversations later on and to stay in touch with everybody in the room or everybody who's watching you virtually? All right, so that's the other thing you need to be thinking about. Number 8 is, of course, to make your offer. I know this is the bit where everyone's like, oh no, like sales, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to be salesy. But you know what? There's a way to do it without being pushy and salesy, because the way I see it, and also this is about reframing what making an offer means in your mind. One thing I've noticed for so many people in the service-based industries, particularly coaches, consultants, therapists, if you're, in those caring, sharing, transformational industries, is that there's a bit of like about sales. Now, sales, if you reframe it in your mind as service, it all plays out very differently, because if you're standing there at the front of the room and you're speaking on the topic that they have come out or they've taken time out of their busy day to listen to you, and you need to honor that. They've come there for a reason. There's something in your message that they need help with, they need to hear. So there you are, you're delivering your talk. Who have we got here? Claire, hello. Giovanna, good morning. There you are, delivering your talk. And you've taken them on this journey. And of course, like I said, this isn't a process of wish and hope. There is a very defined strategy for delivering a compelling signature talk that takes people on an emotional journey. And so it seems to me absolutely out of alignment to take them on this journey after they've come out and taken the time out of their busy day to come and see you talk, and then just to leave them dead. It just doesn't seem right to me. So I think to make an offer is actually being of service, because it's sharing with them how they can take the next step if it feels like the right fit for them. Like, not everyone's going to say yes. It's not going to be the right fit for everybody. But for those that it's meant for, it would be wrong of you to almost like lead them up the garden path and take them nowhere. And so this is why having a powerful way of delivering an offer in a way that is seamless, that flows with grace and ease, that's not pushy and salesy. And this is also why you need to have your speaking points designed in the right way, because when they're done the right way, it effortlessly transitions into the offer. You don't have this clunkiness where you're going from the talk to the offer stage that suddenly goes into sell, sell, sell. No one wants to do that. And this is why it's so important to set it up correctly. So step number 8 then is to have this seamless way of delivering the offer in a way that makes it feel like you're being of service, that you're not selling, but just offering the next stage of help. And then the final piece is the outro and the close, because in the same way that it's important to have a really powerful intro, remember the way you finish up, the last experience someone has of you is often the thing that lasts in their memory. So you need to finish up with a truly powerful close that resonates with people, that inspires them to action, because that, you know, if you've just made the offer, they may be thinking, you know, is now the time? Shall I work with her? And you can just finish off with this inspiring piece that makes you memorable and has them think, yes, she's my girl. Let me go to the front of the room and sign up, or let me arrange to have a conversation with her later, or if, you know, at very least, let me stay in her community, in her slipstream, and learn more about her and see if it's the right fit. So there you go. Let's have a little recap. So the first one was to create a super powerful intro. The second one was to create a compelling story that's aligned with your offer. And of course, you need to know what your offer is and pick the right offer for speaking. That's something we're going to speak about next Saturday at Speaking Superstar Intensive. And seed the offer is step number 3. Number 4 was to deliver your speaking points in a way that creates desire. Step number 5 was to use lots of case studies to really resonate with the hearts and minds of your ideal clients and help them see themselves in... Oh dear, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, ladies. My phone completely dropped off its stand. So, and then, yeah, get them to have a process for bringing people into your community. Also, number 7 was to offer discovery sessions. Number 8 was to make your offer. And the final was number 9, the outro and close. And of course, this is something, all these steps we are going to be covering in really huge amounts of detail, step by step, next Saturday, the 28th, on my Speaking Superstar Virtual Intensive. So if you would like to join us and learn more about that, then follow the link that I've posted in the comments below and get signed up. I hope to see you then. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you on day 2 of this 7-part training series for the next installment. And don't forget, share this broadcast. The more you share it, the more you stand a chance of winning a complimentary space in the intensive next Saturday. So thanks for listening in. Enjoy your Sunday. I hope it's beautifully sunny wherever you are. And I'll catch up with you same time, same place tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye for now.